Williamson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin van Lukenen certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.
Welcome again, WSC fans, and what a season we've had so far in the first 2 rounds. Kremlin is where it kicked off.
The gates are down and away they go. And over on the left-hand side I can see Hermans. There's a bit of jostling, but it's Tim Primmer and Jarno Stegmans.
And in front though, Hermans van den Bogart took victory in the opening race of the new season.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It feels great to know that our work during the winter was right, and we are on the right way. We love the track. The atmosphere here is crazy. So many German fans cheering. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Van Lukenen then looking to protect that red plate. He comes here as champion. Can he hold it on?
It's Benny Weiss. Benny Weiss, the Austrian. Is it Puma around the outside? Somebody's off there.
The Austrian couple had a start-to-finish victory in race 2, their first ever Grand Prix race win.
I don't know what to say now. It's our first win in our career, and yeah, I don't know. Big thank to our team.
Then it was off to the UK, Foxhill in Wiltshire, another stunning track, and victory. The red plate stayed with Hermans. Wilkinson Millard did themselves proud, but Hermans is on top of the pile.
Yeah, I see another Koen this year. Koen who wants to battle for the world title. Even when there's something wrong, then he goes better. And yeah, I'm really proud of him.
Kremlin then was an absolutely fantastic event. Williamson nearly upended it off the line. A lot of coming together, but Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider were stunning and took their first ever victory. Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider have been something of a revelation this year. I always knew they had the speed, and they showed that in Kremlin. How was it taking that first Grand Prix win, Patrick?
Yeah, it was a crazy one. So we know that we are fast. We have a good preparation in winter, so we know that we could, but we didn't expect that we did it so fast. But yeah, it was a very emotional for us. It was the first heat win since 31 years for Austria. So yeah, we are happy for this one, and we try to do this in the next GPs.
You had a very good try in Foxhill. The track was good, you were fast, but so much depended on a good start in Foxhill.
Yeah, it was, so the track in Foxhill is very technical and very fast, so it is difficult to overtake there. And we didn't have a good rhythm, or we didn't find a good rhythm in Foxhill, so it was not bad, but it was not good. So yeah, first one 6th and second one on 9th position, top 10, it's okay. But yeah, we try to do, always like to go for the top 10, but yeah, 9th is not so good in our position now, but yeah, we will see the next GPs.
And the talent from the Netherlands just keeps coming. There are many pairs of brothers, siblings, who have entered this year's championship. Tim and Sem Lefrik, just one of those brotherly pairings. I'm with Sem at the moment. Sem, you've had a really good start to the season, and you're currently 5th coming here to Brou. How does that feel?
Yeah, that feels great. We actually won in the top 3, but for now the 5th place is good.
Where has the extra speed come from? Because you are looking very good this year.
Yeah, the extra speed is coming in the sand, but we try our best on the hard pack, but it's not what we want, what we have now.
What do you think of this Brou track? You've been here before, obviously, and do you like it?
No, this is not what we want, but we have to race here also. We don't like the shortcuts and everything, but we try our best here.
Hard charging Justin Kerben is here. He's back with a bang, not quite to full fitness, but he's getting.
The number 7 outfit has been absolutely flying in the first 4 races of this season. Justin Kerben, Dion Rietman doing themselves proud after what was Justin pretty much a whole year out with that injury, and now you're back quicker than ever.
Yeah, quicker than ever. We had a few podiums a few years ago, and up until this point not. So not the fastest yet, but we're coming back. A whole season with injury is tough to come back, especially with a broken femur. It's quite a big injury, but we are managing to come back and had a second place in the second race in Fox Hill. So yeah, coming back.
And it was a strong second place as well, because all the battle was going on behind you. Koen is very fast this year. We're seeing a different Koen Hermans, aren't we?
He's riding good this year. He gapped us a little bit, and we got the third place. So we had quite a comfortable race, the second race. Yeah.
How about this track, Brou? You're no stranger to it. You've been here before.
I've rode the track a few times on the new layout and old layout. Kind of prefer the old layout a bit more. The track is kind of narrow, but we can get a good start with the 4-stroke and then try to gap everybody.
Yeah, talking about the 4-stroke, your fortunes seem to have changed from the moment you jumped on it. I mean, is it easier to ride? Do you feel more comfortable?
Yeah, the bike has a lot of torque, so we can shift really early and then hold the throttle. The bike is so smooth to ride, and really enjoy it.
Well, it shows. The pair of you are going really well, so congratulations. Just keep it up.
Thank you.
Well, round 3, we're here in France at Brou. We took a look at the track with Gert van Verven and Kilian Brou.
So, Ivan, we are here on the track. France, home GP, I think a little bit.
Sure.
What do you think about this track?
It looks amazing. It's always a pleasure to be there. Very technical track, even before all the change of the layout, as we can see. There's new jumps, few corners. It's always been a very technical track, and I think it's more now.
Yeah, like we saw in Kramolin, you did the really big triple jump. Here we have also a triple jump. Do you think you can do, with your jumping skills, together with your brother, of course, could do something special here for overtaking something?
I think so. I watched this triple. It doesn't look scary for me. We are very confident on the jumps, as you said. And there are some few other jumps that I just saw out of the corner. So you don't have a lot of speed. You have to work a lot with the bike. This is the kind of jump we love the most, and they are the most technical. So I think this will help us a lot. Yeah, sure.
Okay, and also you can see the club is developing. We see in the different years that the track is getting better and better. Also, I think they adjust some things, but it's better for cyclists. Do you think this will be a nice race for the weekend?
I hope so, yeah. I hope and I think so. The track is on some places wider. We can keep more speed with the changes. So it will be better for us as competitor and to fight with other teams. And I think it will be better for spectators to have more fight and more paths on the track.
Yeah, and what about spectators? We are in France, and
sure.
A lot of people will come. They say this is one of the biggest venues for them, for Sidecarcross in France. So do you think you will have the crowd on your feet?
I think we will have them, for sure. I received, since many months ago, we received so many messages that everybody wants to come in Brou. So, and we are in the special region next to Le Mans. It's a region with a lot of mechanical sports. So in France, there is always a lot of people there. So I think many spectators will come. It will be amazing. As we know, all the French crowd is always amazing. It's always the best crowd. So I think this will give us so much support and so much energy during the race.
When I race, more people, sometimes it makes me more adrenaline to do it. Yeah. Do you also have the same? Do you feel pressure to do it?
I feel more adrenaline than pressure. I'm so happy to be there for sure, and it doesn't give me more pressure. I always know what I have to do. So now it gives me more boost, more confidence, and more support on the race. It's like if the 10 last minutes I start to be tired, hearing the crowd on the side of the track, it gives me more boost and more confidence.
Yeah. And yeah, the second race in France, you had DNF because your rear shock broke. I think you will be aiming to get some points back this weekend. So, do you want to be in the top step of the podium?
Of course, I want to be on the top step. After for the championship, from Nokun is pretty far for now, but the second place is very, very close. We only have 10 points from the second place, so we want to reach this as quick as possible.
Okay. I wish you all the best of luck and have a good race.
Thanks.
Well, that's the Brou track. Qualifying coming up. Let's bring it on. Qualifying Group A then, 20 minutes plus 2 laps ahead of these boys, and who's going to get the whole shot? Well, it looks like the British crew are up there. It is Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard, Stuart Brown is in there as well. Stuart Brown and Scott Graham in the red shirts. So it's a British 1-2 in this first qualifier. Then Daniel Bruno Leobardis. Then Justin Kerben, number 7. Justin Kerben, Dion Reitman. So those are the first 4. Look at the way Stuart Brown is off that jump. Daniel Bruno Leobardis finding it difficult to pass the British veteran, 53 years of age, Stuart Brown, I remind you, but he doesn't tire. He keeps going. Leobardis, was he through? Did he make it stick? No. Stuart went the long way round and it paid off. This track does seem to suit the left-hand sidecars, definitely. Kerben hanging on there very much on the back of Leobardis and senses a way through and having a look at a way through and almost finding a way through. Leobardis then took a bit of a rub, I think, from Justin, the passenger, almost getting hooked out of the sidecar, but that's racing. Oh dear, Koen Hermans looking down. They're further down the order, Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider chasing. So Hermans is playing catch-up, but he's on his way up. Under 10 minutes of racing, so we are well over half distance now in this race. But look at Stuart Brown still holding off Daniel and Bruno Leobardis. Justin Kerben, Dion Reitman closing on the Latvian 18-year-olds. Koen Hermans is coming up to play as well. The red plate holder, Hermans, down in 5th place there. This is a qualifying race. It determines their positions on the grid for tomorrow's race proper, but the top 5 also earn points, and Hermans is on for 1 point. Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider have continued their run of form from Kramelin. Not such a lucky Fox Hill for them, round 2, but this is turning out to be different, and Hermans is now flying past the Leobardis boys and going 1 step further up the race ladder. Ben van der Bogart, 4 times the world champion, Benny Weiss, and they're the Weinman brothers in their orange strip with the left-hand sidecar. Kerben now coming under pressure with 2 laps to go. Out in front though, it's Brett Wilkinson. Stuart Brown holding on to second, but Hermans is past. Hermans up 1 place then, Hermans up to 3rd. Kerben in 4th, Benny Weiss is working hard. Something's happened to the Leobardis boys, they've dropped back because Benny Weiss and the Weinman brothers have gone up past them. But what a race by Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. They're in a strong championship position and they just want to improve on it here in Brou. And they are looking very, very good. This is the qualifying race then. This will give them pick of the gate for tomorrow's Grand Prix races, and the job is done. Victory in qualifying Group A for Wilkinson and Millard. What a success story and a way to kickstart their French weekend. And even bigger success story for Stuart Brown and Scott Graham. Absolutely stunning. Koen Hermans and Ben van der Bogart 3rd, Kerben 4th. Congratulations all round. That's it then, confirmed. Wilkinson, Brown, Hermans, top 3. Kerben, Weiss, Weinman, Leobardis is finished 7th. so they don't get any qualifying points. Gwendol Carcref, they are quick starters. Adrian Petter, Gert Gordiev rounding out the top 10. What a fantastic British 1-2. Left-handed sidecars, both of them. Was that a factor?
Yeah, it's definitely some small advantages in places, but still getting to grips with Scott. We're still new early days, so we're building and adjusting the bike to suit Scott's weight, and yeah, the fitness is coming, so we're well happy.
So you should be Stuart. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Miller, what a class act they are. They're really going well this year.
Yeah, really confident. 2 years ago we was pole here as well, so hopefully tomorrow we can get the starts and get away at the front. So yeah, hopefully a double win would be nice.
Group B then, Kilian Prunier, Evan Prunier, a DNF at Fox Hill with a collapsed rear suspension. So they have already dropped one set of points. Marvin van Lukenen, Nicolas Mousset lining up alongside the left rings. They're the customary start line procedure for Marvin, and off they go. Who's getting this? Daniel Willemsen looking good. That's Mike Hodges. Mike Hodges, Ryan Henderson. Round the outside go the Pruniers. Daniel Willemsen wiggled his way through the middle there. Davy Sanders was strong. There's Willemsen ahead of Sanders. There's Prunier. But what a start by Mike Hodges and Ryan Henderson. They were absolutely flying. But the 10 times world champion Willemsen here in France, it's a big favourite of his here, that's for sure. Willemsen, Prunier, Kilian Evan Prunier, the French fans urging them on. Davy Sanders, Jens Vincent, 109, omnipresent this year. They are really good. There's Mike Hodges, 13. He and Ryan Henderson, after that cracking start, are still very much in the mix up the sharp end and looking pretty strong as well. Willemsen and Mikkel Gabor, his Czech passenger, on the back of the Prunier boys, right in the thick of the action. Another veteran here, the wrong side of 50 years of age, Daniel Willemsen, but manufacturer of the WSP chassis, so he has to be here to keep his eye on what the needs of the riders are. Sanders has gone past Willemsen. Here comes Van Lukenen. Van Lukenen and Nicolas Mousset, anxious to make up ground. They've got a championship to defend. A qualifying race victory would be very nice, because not only will they get a few points, but they'll get a good start gate. But they're mixing it here with Mike Hodges and Ryan Henderson. And this pairing, another British pairing, going so strongly here in Brou. Good to see Hodges going so well this year. The 2025 season, he's like a new man, you know. He seems to be committed to doing all the rounds, but Van Lukenen finds a way past, does a block pass, but does it work? Still Hodges fighting. No, has to give second best to Van Lukenen. Well, no disgrace there. And now Davy Sanders is ahead of the reigning champion. Mike Hodges, Ryan Henderson still fighting back. And fighting back and winning. So they've made another move on Van Lukenen and made it stick. Precocious one. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Into the closing stages then of this race. The clock has ticked down. There will be 2 laps to go. Next time we come round Kilian Evan Prunier at the front of the pack, having fought their way up. The crowd has urged them on, so they're doing everything they need to do to guarantee a good result in the Grand Prix. They've got 5 qualifying points and they are ahead of the game on the final lap. It's time to showboat. It's a short race. 20 minutes, we can cope with that, boys. That'll do. Thank you very much. And they are on their way then to qualifying Group B victory here. And the French fans, there must be 5,000 here. There it is, victory. Huge gathering of supporters have helped them to it. Second place will be Davy Sanders and Jens Vincent, and they are still coming into view in the background. And it looks like Mike Hodges and Ryan Henderson have clinched third. Well, that's a terrific ride for yet another left-handed sidecar. Prunier, Sanders, Hodges. Van Lukenen, Willemsen still in the top 5, a qualifying point. Stefan Weishaupt Van Aal going well. Jason Van Dalen had a really good start but got trapped in the first turn.
Yeah, we got a good start. Willemsen started in front and we push. Tournier come over us and yeah, we got also push from Hodge and Marvin, but we stay on the second position and we are happy.
This Brou event is very well organised, typical of French internationals, but it doesn't happen overnight.
The Fédération Française de Motocyclisme is the governing body of all motorcycle sport in France. However, within that, there is a motocross commission, and I'm sitting with the president of the motocross commission, Jean-Pierre Forêt. Welcome, monsieur. Would you please tell me a little bit about the history of the Federation and in particular the work the motocross commission does?
Donc la Fédération française de moto, c'est une fédération qui a été créée, on a fait l'anniversaire, les 100 ans, en 2013. Donc c'est une fédération qui existe depuis plus de 100 ans. Et c'est une fédération qui se porte très très bien aujourd'hui, qui a su évoluer dans le temps. Et aujourd'hui, nous, le gros travail de la commission de motocross, c'est de développer le sport, de tout ce qui est partie motocross pour nous, pour notre commission, puisque dans cette commission, il y a 15 disciplines, dont le Sidecarcross aujourd'hui. Mais il y a toutes les épreuves de solo qu'on a, les vétérans, les féminines, les petits aussi, puisqu'on travaille beaucoup sur la jeunesse. Et le but aussi de la commission de motocross, c'est justement de travailler beaucoup aujourd'hui avec la jeunesse pour justement amener la sauvegarde du motocross en France et d'amener les futurs champions dans l'avenir. Donc on travaille beaucoup sur la jeunesse dans toutes les disciplines, sur le mini-vert, sur le supercross maintenant, sur le supermotard. On lance des opérations de jeunes. Et bien sûr, on a un gros travail aussi sur le Sidecarcross, puisque le Sidecarcross, on a beaucoup quand même de mal à trouver aussi des jeunes pour s'investir dans le sidecar aujourd'hui, mais on travaille beaucoup, la fédération, la commission, on fait des réunions et on travaille énormément pour sauver cette discipline qui est une très belle discipline, qui est le sidecar.
How popular is sidecar motocross in France and how many years has it been running?
Alors, le Sidecarcross, ça a été lancé dans les années 50, au début des années 50, donc ça a fait quelques années aussi. Et le Sidecarcross est très populaire, mais c'est un public particulier. C'est-à-dire qu'on a un public qui suit le solo en France et un public qui suit le Sidecarcross. C'est deux choses un peu différentes. Mais quand on fait un Sidecarcross dans un club en France, sur n'importe quelle région de France, c'est vrai que on a beaucoup de monde, beaucoup de public qui viennent. Et je pense que ce week-end à Brou, on aura énormément de week-ends qui viendront voir le sidecar. En plus, le Brou est une terre de sidecar puisqu'ils ont organisé depuis de nombreux sidecar-cross, mais on a d'autres circuits qui font en France que du sidecar, que du Grand Prix sidecar. On a par exemple, je vais vous dire, il y a Vesoul, puisqu'on va organiser à Vesoul au mois de septembre, deuxième Grand Prix. On a Ifandic qui a fait du sidecar, on a Guignon qui fait beaucoup de sidecar, qui va refaire les nations l'année prochaine. On a Castelnau-Lévis, on a des circuits comme ça où on fait ils font du championnat de France sidecar et du mondial. Disons que la piste est très très. Pourquoi Brou et pourquoi ils ont fait beaucoup de sidecar? Parce que ça a toujours été une terre de sidecar, un circuit de sidecar cross. La visibilité est très bonne. Et on a toujours eu énormément de public en sidecar sur le motoclub de Brou. Donc quand ils font un championnat du monde sidecar, ils sont sûrs d'avoir du public.
And finally, there has never been a French world champion. Do you see that day coming? Is there anyone out there in the future who could be world champion?
Effectivement, mais on est à la porte. Effectivement, on n'a encore pas. Mais en championnat du monde, en champion du monde, on a un équipage aujourd'hui qui est à la porte d'être champion du monde. C'est l'équipage Prunier, les frères Prunier, puisque j'espère que demain, ils ont fini 3e l'année dernière et ils sont en pleine évolution. Ils sont aidés par la fédération et on joue tous sur cet équipage pour qu'ils deviennent champions du monde. Je pense que demain, on pourra avoir une Marseillaise et peut-être sur les 2 manches, je l'espère. je l'espère, et on compte beaucoup sur eux pour décrocher un titre de champion du monde Sidecarcross. Si c'est pas en 2025, ça sera en 2026, mais on a bon espoir à la Fédération française de moto de décrocher un titre de champion du monde avec les petits, avec l'équipage Prunier.
We are hoping. Well done. Thank you.
Welcome back to Brou. It's race day, and there is a huge crowd here for this, the third round of the 2025 FIM Sidecarcross World Championship. The riders and the officials' presentation. This is where the teams and all the big wigs get introduced to the crowd, and the fans are even gathering around the podium. Marvin van Luken and Nicolas Musset, of course, local Frenchman. A lot of support for him, as well as the brothers Prunier there on the podium being introduced. Brett Wilkinson. This is the autograph signing session where the fans get a poster with their heroes' signatures on. It really is part of the tradition of sidecar motocross. Massive crowd here. That's just a fraction of what must be close to 5,000 people here for this one. The French know how to celebrate and how to follow motocross, I can tell you.
Yeah, I'm here for supporting Team 99, Team Tom van der Laagemaat, Robert de Vene. They're a really good team. I think they're gonna win this weekend. So yeah, let's see how they do.
Yeah, it's very good, I think. My favorite team is Team Prunier, and I think it's good for the weekend.
I'm here because I'm from Team Levering. Tim is my boyfriend, so that's why I'm here. So I hope it's going to be a good weekend, and we shall see.
Certainly is going to be a good weekend. An awful lot planned. And here we go then. This is how they line up. Brett Wilkinson, Kilian Prunier, A and B heat winners in the qualifying respectively. So they start top of the pile. Stuart Brown, all the rest of the guys there. Weinman by Lil Bardis boys, 13th. Dear me. Race 1, 30 minutes plus 2 laps is just around the corner. 30 riders go. This is the full list. Perrault and Betty Saleh down at the bottom of the pile there. Tense times. Stefan Wires, Lil Bardis. 2 minutes then, before race 1. Here we go. You can see them and off they go. The middle of the grid is the fastest place to only look like Prunier got a good one. Somebody was upside down. Stuart Brown and Scott Graham shoot into the lead, but through the inside go Kilian and Yvon Prunier, the French champions. Look at the people on the hill all the way along, and they're behind us as well. But it's a British crew leading at the moment. Prunier is by though, and Van Luken has gone with him. Van Luken has gone with him. Kilian Prunier, Marvin van Luken and Nicolas Musset. Stuart Brown, a cracking start though, but they slipped through underneath him. He's down in third, but that's still an admirable position to be in. Closing behind him, Daniel and Bruno Lil Bardis. 13th in the championship coming here, so they've got a lot of work to do. Brown then already past, being demolished by the Latvians, but the veteran Brit is fighting around the outside. He knows how to ride, he knows how to race, more to the point. Not for nothing has he got 18 British titles. Daniel Bruno Lil Bardis then it's the red plate of Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart behind Stuart Brown. Well, what a sensational start for Prunier. The tricolour flags are already being waved here, and we are just 7 minutes into the racing. A long way to go, and there's Hermans getting a face full of dirt. He put his head down there to avoid the stones that come up. There are quite a few big stones in this hard-packed track, and what a track it is. They're the drone shot. How spectacular is that? Stuart Brown, 53 years of age. Koen Hermans alongside on the inside. getting the drive, but Stuart Brown gets the drive on the left-hander because the back wheel was there biting and pushing him forward. Still Brown holding off. Koen Hermans knows he's got his hands full with somebody who knows how to ride sidecar motocross here. Brett Wilkinson is on his way through. He didn't get the best of starts. He got a little bit shoved off the line. Benny Weiss, Patrick Snyder, there is Brett Wilkinson fighting through with the Austrians behind Davy Sanders, the 109 crew. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard, having to work for a living here. There was that upset off the line and that's what slowed them down, but they're getting going now. 10 minutes of racing already gone. This, of course, heavily... Oh, the left rinks are out. Left rinks are out. 75 crew. Well, we saw a young lady. She said she was here as a Team Left Rink supporter. Well, she'll be disappointed in this outcome. But now Stuart Brown is fighting back on the Lille Bardis boys. Stuart Brown and Scott Graham are fighting back. They're now among the tail enders with 10 minutes of racing plus 2 laps remaining. As I was about to say, this is obviously heavily edited because these are long races, and to get them all in a highlight show, they have to be radically chopped. Stuart Brown is through on the inside. Stuart Brown and Scott Graham trying everything they know to get past the Lille Bardis boys, who would not have reckoned this was going to happen. Last year, these young lads carried the red plate for 3/4 of the season. Look at Stuart Brown. He had to make a move. He had to give Bruno a little rub there. He had to. There was no way through. There comes a point in every racer's life when you've got to go for it. Now Hermans has gone through as well. That upset the Lille Bardis boys. It broke their rhythm. Koen Hermans has gone past. And coming now is Brett Wilkinson to have a go at the Latvians. 5 minutes of racing plus 2 laps remaining. And the Prunier boys at the front here on their final lap. Kilian Evon Prunier. This is a dream start to their Brou weekend. This will move them up the standings. They came here 4th and they know they need to do something a bit special to move higher up the table. Well, they're doing something a bit special here. Here they come. Kilian knows it's all but done here. And it is done now. Fantastic result. Start to finish. Slipped up the inside at the first turn under Stuart Brown and never ever looked back. What a result. Second place will be Marvin van Lukener. Here he comes. He won't be too disappointed with that. Marvin van Lukener and Nicolas Musset. Marvin has been suffering the after effects of COVID, actually. Stuart Brown ahead of Koen Hermans. What a result for Stuart Brown, 3rd in the first race, but victory for Team Prunier. Confirmation then, that's your top 3. Prunier, Van Lukener, Stuart Brown, Hermans, Wilkinson, Lille Bardis 6th. Further down the order, the Wyman brothers were coming well. Stefan Wire is always there or thereabouts. And the rest of the guys, well, what can I say?
Just a perfect race from the start to the end, and well, we just had the perfect race. Really great line. We managed to put a gap between us and Marvin, and finally, like yesterday, we were looking for some smooth line, also to prepare the second race. And what you said, the crowd is just amazing. This is so loud. In some corners, I can just not hear my engine, so this is just awesome. For now, I don't have the word. We just have to make the same job in the second race.
To ride in France is so crazy. When you see the people here, it's so beautiful. And yeah, the race was really hard for Marvin. It's for me a big hero. It's you know, he have some problem with COVID, and yeah, at the moment he's not for sure 100%, but yeah, he's still riding, and for sure the last 10 minutes was so hard. You can see on the position on the sidecar, but he's still pushing, and I'm really proud of him.
Look at the people here. They're entertained by an extra 300 stunt plate. Race 2 then, they've got to do it all again. Race 2 coming up. Well, second in the first one, that's damage limitation for Van Lukenen, but he pulled a few points back on Koen Hermans that time. Where they go again then, let's see what we can do this time. And looking, the white shirts are there. Good start by Stuart Brown and Scott Graham. They're absolutely flying. Into the turn they go, the British crew have got it. They're leading this one. Hermans has got a better one this time. The Prunier boys are back in the pack, and look at the dust. They're going to have to fight for it. Marvin Van Lukenen didn't get a good one either. So Kilian Evon Prunier are going to have to work in this one, but Stuart Brown and Scott Graham are absolutely on a mission here. They are really, really flying after a good position in race 1. They've done it again in race 2, but Koen Hermans is right on their case. Right behind them, looking round the outside. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard got a fantastic start. They shot straight into third. Hermans, though, the red plate holder, looking to retain that and hang on to it with an enhanced points value. Into the lead he goes. So the two British crews now are there fighting tooth and nail. Brett Wilkinson will be wondering, what is my old nemesis doing ahead of me in this one? It looked like Davy Sanders was there in a strong position. Couldn't quite see. I thought I saw the blue shirts of the 109. But who is that? Look at that. Brett Wilkinson alongside now, alongside Stuart Brown, and jumping into second place. Wilkinson Millard then. Just a couple of minutes of racing gone. And there Kilian Evon Prunier in fourth. So they are now right on the back of Stuart Brown and Scott Graham. Benny Weiss is up there as well. Justin Kerben looking stronger this time. And the Weinman brothers are not far behind. So this is a totally different complexion on this race. Kilian Evon Prunier, with just 4 minutes of racing gone, are working hard in these opening stages. The tricolour flags, the French flags being waved, the air horns are going, the crowds are absolutely behind these guys. They feel they might be able to lift the title. They've gone into third place now, underneath Stuart Brown. What a ride he has had, the veteran Englishman. And what a ride Brett Wilkinson is having ahead of him now, in second place and charging hard. But Kilian Evon Prunier are working hard to catch Wilkinson and close him down. I'll tell you, another crew working hard. Benny Weiss and Patrick Schneider, the number 91 Austrian crew, already race winners in Kramelin of race 2, and they are making hay while the sun shines here at Brou in front of this massive crowd. Look at them on the hill, and there's another lot right behind us as well. A bit of dust, of course, because we've had a very heavy support race program as well, with 2 classes of solos, 125 and also 450s. They've put their mark on the circuit. The Prunier boys then, still ahead of Stuart Brown. Not too much dust at the thin end of the wedge, but further down the order, guys are getting well and truly filled in. This the 6th race in 18. So we are at 1/3 distance. And Marvin Van Lukenen there through on the inside of Justin Kerben. There Benny Weiss, Patrick Schneider, the orange-clad outfit. They are now closing on the back of Stuart Brown and Scott Graham. So Benny Weiss, Patrick Schneider up into a good position here, fighting hard. Van Lukenen has gone ahead. There he is. Van Lukenen and Nicolas Mousset. Marvin suffering from the ill effects of COVID, and that's gone on pretty much since Fox Hill, even though he rode in a French championship just last weekend. And he's been very second-hand. But Stuart Brown is no stranger to fighting off the attentions of unwanted Austrians, and he's doing it here now admirably. Benny Weiss, though, what a season they're having. So good to see them on the full circuit. And I've said this before, we need an Austrian crew. You heard in Patrick's interview, they've won for the first time in 31 years. since an Austrian won. Now Benny Weiss has gone past Stuart Brown. He's alongside, he's on the correct line, tucks it inside with his right-hand sidecar, and he's away. So another place up the order. So Benny Weiss now moving up. Van Luckenen is coming. Ahead of Benny Weiss, of course, the Prunier boys. And Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard, and at the head of the race, Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart, who are up now to something like a 15-second advantage. What a ride by the British crew. Van Luckenen now on their case. Still second in the championship, Van Luckenen, going into this race anyway. But Prunier's ahead of him, and Prunier, of course, is the threat to Marvin Van Luckenen in the overall standings. And I'm not even going to try and calculate the mathematics at this stage because there's too much going on. But Prunier now is coming. He's had a problem. He's had a problem because he's back behind Benny Weiss. He's having to work hard again and fight his way up. Well, we didn't see that, but he had a problem. No doubt about it, whether it was physical or mechanical. But Prunier is now back fighting behind Van Luckenen, having to do it all again. And Hermans at the top of the race then on the final lap. Prunier battling through. He's in fourth at the moment. Is he going to make it through to third, I wonder? That's it then. Checkered flag and victory for the red plate holder. Up and over the rise they go. And that's a done deal for Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart. Victory in race 2 here at Brou, enhancing their championship lead and securing the red plate until we move on to Poland. And that's where we'll be next time. Brett Wilkinson, Joe Millard next over past the flag. A brilliant second place for the British crew, and that will earn them an overall placement. Who's going to make it? Is it going to be Prunier? It is. It's going to be Prunier, and I think that gives him the overall victory on this, the Brou round, which is what he wanted. It's certainly what the crowd wanted. He got the better of the 91 crew. Benny Weiss at the last couple of bends. Marvin Van Luckenen then brings it home 5th. Stuart Brown, Scott Graham 6th. The Weinman boys right behind them. Justin Kerbin a little bit further back. Could possibly have tired, but it's victory, and a victory lap for Kilian and Yvon Prunier. Look at the crowd and listen to the crowd. And the flag marshal going bonkers as well. They absolutely love that one. And the overall then, Kilian Prunier did it by 2 points from Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart, who are second overall from Brett Wilkinson and Joe Millard. A fantastic result. Van Luckenen, Stuart Brown, 5th overall here in Brou. Benny Weiss, Lil Bardis boys did not distinguish themselves again. So let's hear from Joe Millard, passenger in second overall outfit.
Yeah, really happy with it. It was tough first race when we nearly crashed on the start and we had to come from a long way back. So that was really disappointing to end up 5th. And then second race, yeah, we had a really good start and we managed to hold the French brothers off. And then I was hoping we might be able to beat Hermans, but he was too quick. And then we were trying to work out in our heads if we were 3rd or 4th. And yeah, over the moon, can't believe it.
Well, that was a fantastic ride by Koen Hermans and Ben van den Bogart. They were absolutely brilliant. And Koen Hermans, he's surely delighted.
Yeah, we are really happy. In the first heat, yeah, it went not so good, but we had changed a lot, definitely on the suspension. And yeah, I think everyone did see that in the second race it was a lot better. So now we keep going like this.
You keep going like that, but you're going to have your work cut out because Kilian Yvon Prunier are very much on the case here, and they were on the pace today in Brou in front of their adoring fans.
Yeah, we had the restart, and yeah, the first corner was pretty hard. We get pushed by many ones, and yeah, we found our position, and we try to make the gap with behind and to come back in front, but was too fast in front, and close to the end of the race we had an issue with the bike, and we start
we start fourth and we fight to get back on third for the overall win.
The crowd was cheering, French flags were waving, so the crowd was perfect. Did you feel it?
Yeah, I feel it for sure. This is the extra energy we were waiting for the last lap when we start the bike. After this, the crowd was just unbelievable. I could just not hear the engine. We made some mistake because of this, but it's just so positive. And thanks to them, because the victory is a part of them, because we had this extra energy to fight back on base and finally get the overall.
Yeah, hearing the Marseillaise on the podium is perfect. So congratulations, guys.
Well, Koen Hermansen has got an extended lead, 32 points the gap over Prunio, who's now up into second place from Van Luken, has slipped back one. Wilkinson consolidated fourth place. Lil Bardis boys still out of the top 10. They've got work to do. They must surely feel it's slipping away. But we go from here to Poland, and there will be hordes of Latvian fans there to urge them on. So, from me, Barry Nutley, hope you've enjoyed this third round in this World Championship. It's been fantastic. Next time I speak to you will be from Gdansk in Poland. Hope you've enjoyed it. From me, join us again. But for now, it's bye-bye.
We never stop, so going when you finish. And even when we bleed, still believe that we can win this. We got what's underneath, you're all about that image. We never even stop at the top, no limits. Champions, and we're the champions. And we're the champions. And we're the champions. So bring it on.
Williamson is 10 times the world champion. Bax and Stupilis, they've done it again. Unbelievable. Marvin Van Luken certainly deserves the red plate. And what an incredible sport this is. Fast, high and spectacular. Unbelievable.